Hello freediving family! It feels good to be making videos again. We had been locked down in Australia for a long time and we're finally free. So now that Australians can travel overseas again, I wanted to go for a trip for two main reasons. Number one, I wanted to start making videos again. Number two, I wanted to find a really cool location for us to run Deep Week. Because international travel means International Deep Week. So I said goodbye to the family for 2 weeks, packed my bags, and went to Hawaii. Now, the first few days that we spent in Hawaii, we actually had record-breaking rain. It was miserable, absolutely miserable. Anyway, I clipped together a video from the first few days already, and I showed it to Erin. I was like, here, Erin, here's the first vlog we're gonna put out there. Isn't this great? And she was like, no, Adam, that's terrible. We're not releasing that. So instead, we've clipped together another vlog from when, you know, the weather got better and we could actually dive. But what I'll do is I'll show you in like a shortened, condensed, 1 odd minute version what happened for the first few days when we got to Hawaii. Good morning, freediving family. I have just arrived to Hawaii. It does not look clean.
So we're at Electric Beach. It's called Electric Beach because if you can see over there, there's a power plant.
So basically there's like some vents that eject hot water out into the ocean from the power plant, and that attracts lots of fish.
Sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll.
No, all right, it's very fishy.
Switch it up where I'm going.
So right below us is the pipe where the hot water comes out. So I'll show you, I'll go for a swim down there. Apparently the water's being pushed out constantly, so you can't swim into the pipe. It's a big pipe, I'll show you now.
On this show, you always take me so high. You always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe. You're like a centerfold.
So Mauro and I have picked up this van. It's called the Rockstar. Anyway, the ocean has turned to poo. There's big waves, and there's basically no diving going on. So then finally the weather had gotten better, and I met up with two good friends of mine, Daniel Koval and Kristen Kuba, who just so happened to be US champions as well. And they took me out on a boat, we went for a dive, and they showed us a wreck. Oahu is actually known for its incredible wrecks, and there are, I'm not even gonna guess how many wrecks, but there's like a lot. Before we get started, please like the video and leave a comment so that the algorithm shines down on us, and let's get to the diving.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got Daniel up the front on log patrol.
I am not a raincoat here.
We're just coming out of the harbour and everyone's just like, oh, I've never seen the water this bad. And yeah, this looks terrible. I'm like, oh, I get this feeling like everyone's like, why are we even going out today? And I'm like, yeah, come on. The brown water's already turning green, so that's good.
We have this, 4-meter parachute that we use. You can barely see it now. It's sort of under this green water. But yeah, that's how we drift out in deep oceans.
So the water's really dirty. Like, I mean, Hawaiian standards dirty. Pandemic, don't sneeze. But it probably means that we're not going to go and play around on any wrecks after this or do any kind of adventuring. We just sort of, you know, do a bit of a line dive and then sit back in, because all the wrecks are going to be a lot shallower than we are here. And if we're this far out and the water's that dirty, then we go closer in, it's going to be dirtier. So, oh well, another sad day of bad diving. I just want the blue Hawaiian water, man.
I am not a witness here to call you in for the thing.
Alright, so I'm just going to get ready for my first dive on a line in 2 years. Ooh.
I'm not the shadow of anyone you've been. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end.
Well, that was really fun. It's been, yeah, 2 years, almost 2 years since I've done like a proper dive on a line. It was so natural again, and also a little bit foreign. It kind of felt like there were all these feelings I just forgot we're there. We have a rogue noodle. I repeat, we have a rogue noodle. Alright, so we're heading to a wreck called the YO. Captain Quinn, why don't you tell us a little bit about this YO wreck?
Well, the YO is called the YO because it's short for yard oiler. You know what yard oiler means, don't you? Neither do I.
So the YO was an oiler, and that's as much as we know.
They cleared it all up.
Looking green. Like, hopefully we're gonna jump in and we're gonna swim down like, I don't know, 5 or 10 meters, and then the water will clean up and it'll be all blue and magical underneath. And once you got down the first few meters of dirty water, the viz was epic. Oh my god, I was so pumped. Finally, a cracking dive in Hawaii. This is exactly what we needed. So many fish, so much life, so many things to swim around and look at. How good. I have a confession to make. I am in terrible shape right now. I have not done any serious diving in a long time. As I'm swimming down to this wreck, which is 25 meters deep, I am not feeling quite as fresh as I used to. There was a swim through or two that I had a look at thinking, oh, I'd love to go through there. And then the other part of my brain was like, oh, Adam, we're having the urge to breathe pretty early in our dive right now. What's going on? Time to get back into training. So look, the visibility was not astounding, and obviously you get, you know, like just like crystal blue water on that wreck, and it's just amazing, but it was still a good time. Yeah. Just never forget that I'm coming from being locked down in Sydney for the last 4 months, so anything is going to be amazing. The sun is out for the first time since we arrived in Hawaii.
First glimpse of something that looks like the sun.
Oh, it's amazing. Have a look at this. Oh, I mean, look, the harbour is still an absolute mess. In front of me, a person's boat basically just got sunk. I don't really want to film it. It feels awkward to be like filming someone's misfortune, but I kind of want to show you. Oh, wow, it's coming up. Hey! At least the water should start clearing up over the next few days, so
That's it.
the next day, we wanted to hit up some more wrecks. So we hopped onto a friend's boat and he took us out again. His name is Sava, he's an absolute legend, and if you're in Hawaii and you don't know Sava, then you don't know anyone. Where are we and what are we doing?
We're at the Sea Tiger and we are going to take some photos, freediving, of course. And,
Dan, what's the actual name of the Sea Tiger? I know the Sea Tiger is a bit of a slang term for it.
well, the new name is now called the Tiger Lily. Adam came up with that because he was trying to figure out, you know, what this wreck is. So, but yeah, new name, Tiger Lily.
I know that you guys are all about doing the Titanic pose, so we'll probably get that in here somewhere. I don't know if we'll go to the sand. I guess we'll see how the clarity and everything is, but I don't know, man. It's a deep one. Like this one's.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, fun and deep.
Well, you know what they say. The deeper you go, the better it gets. So what we're going to do is we are going to go down with scooters and play around like that, because, you know, I haven't competed for 2 years and I'm out of shape, so that's what we're doing. Oh man, that was cool. Very, very sick wreck. And the viz was like actually there. It's like as soon as you got down deep enough, it was beautiful. I kind of feel like it's the first dive we've done since we got here that was like, oh okay, this is what it's like when it's nice. By the way, this is Sava, the captain of the boat who took us out today. Bro, thank you so much.
Pleasure diving with you, man.
In total, we went out on 3 different days with 3 different boats to hit up different wrecks. So we went out again with Sava, and this time he took us to the west side of Oahu. Previously we'd been going down on the south side of Oahu, so now we went to hit up some different wrecks, and they were pretty bloody good too. Dan's in the water now looking for the mooring so we can moor up to the wreck. Sava, our brave and fearless leader, what wreck are we at?
We are at the Mahi. It sits at about 25-26 meters. This is off the west side of Oahu.
What was the wreck?
The wreck, just a ship.
But like, what was the ship? What kind of ship?
I don't even know. I honestly don't know.
The ship was the ship, man. It was a ship. Like, let's go.
Let me just read off of.
Yeah, go.
So the Mahi was a mine layer, and it was sunk in the 80s. Sits at about 25-26 meters on a slam, and we're on the west side of Oahu, so just out of Waianae.
None of that information was just Googled right now. None of it.
None.
Now the Mahi wreck is meant to be an awesome dive. When we got down there, the current was just pumping so hard. We really didn't think we were going to be able to dive it. We didn't really care though because a great distraction just showed up. So we got straight out of the water because the current was too strong. We're like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to work hard to get down. So we're gonna go somewhere else now. Alright, so we're now at the LCU wreck, which was a landing craft. I suppose it still is, but not much lands on it these days. It's about 15, 20 odd meters-ish, but you never know with these wrecks in Hawaii because they talk in feet. It doesn't make sense. So Dan's in the water and he's just said that there's barely any current. Sorry? Oh. Let's swap sides. Alright. So Dan's in the water and he said that there's barely any current and the viz is much better. So it's a win-win. I'm sure the other wreck was nice, but I don't want to have a bad time diving it. So let's go and have an easy time diving this one.
Just give me a sign, 'cause I'm right here, beyond and within. I've been waiting, there's no.
For me, the most impressive part about this wreck was just the huge deck surface. It was just awesome to see like such a large open space on a ship underwater. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the water somewhere.